Hello Leo, let's see, what does June 2019 hold for you? I know I normally read the cards that drop out, but they're definitely determined to come, so I'm just going to read them and add them into the pile. So here we go. So the first thing that you do have around you in connection with the home and the family, well, you've got the Empress in reverse, and the Empress is all about adjustments and changes and challenges. Some areas are dysfunctional, haven't been fixed for some time, but all of a sudden they're resurging again. Maybe you're getting a second chance to take a look at this and make some rational decisions or let it go. This is probably good for those that have been looking at making quite concrete plans. So for instance, looking at buying or selling, relocating or moving, you may be finding that that opportunity does present itself, and the opportunity to make that change comes, and it is quite fortunate. For some, it can also be adding to the family, settling family dramas and so forth, can be a very big influence over this month. But it also can have a lot to do with what is controlling factors. So you may have found yourself where you've given up on a situation, but you see just around the corner there's a light, or there's a bit of glimmer of hope sitting there as well. So Spirit's kind of leaving you in a bit of limbo because there's still something that needs to be sorted out here. But once it's sorted, or once you're close to finding a resolution, this is where you're able to let go of that dysfunction that's been around, or that time that has felt quite challenging. Career goals and aspirations. Look, you've got the Queen of Swords sitting here. Logical, hard, critical, very detail orientated. She represents Libra, which is usually pretty balanced, but she also does connect very strongly to Virgo, because even in her harmonious way, she doesn't let anything pass her eye. So you're going to be finding yourself needing to keep your wits about yourself in connection with your career goals and aspirations. You may be finding you're dealing with a very opinionated female who can be somebody who can be a little bit scaling, or scathing as they say, or a little bit pedantic, but at the same token, this person is bringing out probably a strength inside yourself to recognize that it's okay to stand up for yourself, or it's okay for you to honor your own mind and your own brilliance, and to stand in your own power. Now, for some, you may be finding that you're dealing with areas in connection with people and situations that require you to be quite official. This could be that there are changes going here. Perhaps this is interviews. It may be that you're looking at ways in which you can put in a more favorable time or collaborative effort. Do I go back and study? Do I look at other areas that are going to be very important to me in the long term? So this month has really got a lot going on there, but it's more to do with what you're going to be thinking about and how you're going to put those thoughts or those plans into action. In connection with your financial areas. Now look, with the financial areas, you have got the Knight of Swords sitting here. Now the Knight of Swords is all about making quick decisions, striking while the iron is hot, and definitely feeling as though that impetuous or impulsiveness is going to give you what you need and what you desire. So this is going to be very, very strong time around your financial areas. Decisions will need to be made quite quick. Once the paperwork is signed and the ink is dried, the decision is finalized. It's going to be a time in which you're going to be finding that you will be looking at alternatives on your financial affairs. Maybe you're putting in for an investment, you've got to turn something over, you're applying for a loan, whatever it may be, it's going to get moving quite quickly. And once it happens, like I said, you're going to be finding yourself kind of solving a lot of problems all at once. I guess the other side of that is don't be too impetuous, okay? But on the best of this, I do feel that it needs to be that you need to think quick. If you don't think quick, you're going to miss out. And especially if this is to do with the home, because there's quite a few challenges there. So I feel in order for you to be able to get what you want, you're going to have to think quite quickly, okay? And you're going to have to be a little bit rigid on that. Of course, it's going to come down to being a little bit more compassionate as well. But if you're rigid, you're able to kind of like say, okay, I'm dealing with facts. facts. I know what's there. This is where I'm going. This is going to be a logical choice, okay? And I'm going to be able to get what I need from this if I stick to that, okay? So it is about being able to support the actions that you're hoping to put into place. Now, in connection with your betterment and well-being, look, you've got the Libra, which is ruled by the Justice, which is ruled by Libra, sorry. So we're going to give it to the 7th house. The 7th house rules Libra, which is the blood work, the kidneys, the skin. It also rules in and around the bladder and obviously prostate areas. But what you may be finding is, for once, you're feeling like as if things are going to be okay, that this is okay. I'm all right with this now. You're going to be finding yourself feeling that sense of equilibrium or balance, or a sense of, you know, knowing that you've put in the energy and effort and you're getting the result back from what you need. Of course, this is legalities, contracts and papers. So if anyone's going in for surgery, going through official channels, waiting for a payout or a settlement, this is all quite prevalent and quite a big strong influence around this period of time. In connection with your relationship area, look, you've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and she only usually turns up when something's been neglected. There's been a part of your life that you're still trying to better understand. Now, a lot of the time she'll pop up when there's been an adoption, or, you know, there's a secret, you know, where somebody you didn't know really, you know, was still there or was part of your life, or you're starting to discover things. So you may be finding yourself going back over the family history. You might be finding yourself looking at ways in which you may have felt that you've been neglected. Maybe there's something in your relationship area to do with family or friendships or situations like that where you may have felt a little bit abandoned or neglected. So it's a chance for you to really kind of find some answers. Now, for obviously, if this is adoption, okay, and it is that we've got a good legalities card sitting here, so this tells me everything's quite official. You know, it's going to bring quite a bit of change, and you're going to be finding yourself taking on this, you know, quite fast, because, you know, paperwork would be signed. But if it is to do with, look, I've, you know, neglected, put it off, you know, sealing that deal on this relationship, walking away from situations, you know, changing the home or whatever else, you're going to find that this month really helps you to be able to clarify and solve these situations or bring a solution to that. But at the same token, the big thing here is don't neglect yourself in between all of this. Make sure that what you're doing is going to be favorable for you. So we can look forward to the fact that there is a challenging time around the home and the family and personal dynamics. You're going to be needing to keep a logical and very strong head. Okay, you may be finding yourself quickly making decisions or being made to feel that you need to jump now. This is going to have its own benefits. I do see a lot of legalities around here, but this is contracts, agreements and favorable partnerships and opportunities to kind of get things into perspective. And this will help you tidy up anything that's been neglected in the past. So there's a chance to kind of like put an end to a situation, to better understand. Maybe this is about you being able to go back, reminisce, think about circumstances, and to be able to connect on the level that you've needed to, that is going to be favorable for you. I thank you so much for your beautiful connection. Oops, we better look at the cards that popped out. Look, you've got the, for Leo itself, you've got the Leo card sitting here, but you've also got this as being strong and manageable, that you're not wasting your time. See the Ace of Pentacles? Don't try and control situations. Allow it to happen. Open up. Okay, and the more that you do this, you're going to manage and you're going to find it worthwhile. Thank you so much for your wonderful connection.